Hey everyone, it's Gab. If you enjoyed the YouTube videos, you might also enjoy watching me on Twitch. You can find the links in the description down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, easy mull, easy keep. I'm on the play. I think I just gotta get rid of Subtlety. Could look up what matchup it is too and adjust. Our ring control decks basically a non-factor in big serious events. No, I think they are. I mean, I think it'll be like, some people will play them. Maybe I'm guessing the online metagame is fairly representative of what to expect in Ghent. How about Omnath? Maybe next time. Oh no, it's Tron. It's Tron and I got rid of Subtlety. I wonder what would I get rid of if I knew I was up against Tron? Would I just get rid of Violent Outburst? Or get rid of a land? I don't think you can get rid of the land. That was 21 land in the deck. But maybe you can get rid of Violent Outburst. Oh, no Tron. No Tron. It's pretty good for me. Alright, let's put 10th power into play. Alright, so they could have the One Ring, and they could have this Tron Oblivion Stone. So I don't want to play Outburst here. Bonecrusher would be nice. Bonecrusher would be game over here. I don't think if Outburst actually does much for me here. Playing Otawara is potentially bad against Karn and Snaring Bridge, but I have free Brazen Borrower in my deck, so. Hopefully they maybe just play another ring. Maybe they'll just go like draw 2, play another ring, think they're good. It's like a ring. Ghent. It's like 3 hours. I think it's gonna take me from my place to door, like 4-ish hours, something like that. It's pretty close. I have to take a couple trains. Do I tap land in their upkeep? Does that even accomplish anything? Maybe I just tap land on Oblivion Stone, right? I'm not sure this is very useful. Maybe I shouldn't even bother, but is it the deck I'm playing? Yeah, maybe probably not this exact list, but it's a good deck. It's probably not the best deck right now, but it's up there. Try to just burn them out. Well, we'll see. Maybe. I doubt it, but I'm guessing I'm just gonna win with tap Outburst and tap whatever they play, whether it's a Wormcoil, a Nulamog, an Oblivion Stone. Maybe they could have Warping Whale. Not sure if people play that these days. Karn is a problem. Oh no, they have 7 cards in hand. The bridge doesn't work. Yeah, I think they probably feel pretty good, but I guess they can get explosives. Chalice. Don't they have explosives in their sideboard? Maybe they have something. Maybe they have explosives in hands? No. Maybe they have nothing good to get here. I mean, if they don't have explosives, they don't have anything good to get. If they have explosives in this sideboard, then they might have just punted the game. I mean, they're just dead. Bonecrusher for the win. Do I have to do anything? Stone, Chalice, blah blah blah. Yeah, Stomp, targeting, literally anything. Fine, why not? Doesn't matter what you target. Turns up the protection from the ring because it says damage can't be prevented, and the way protection works is prevention damage. I'm playing the Lord Beerus list. Well, having free Bonecrusher was nice there, I will say. Much better than having some flames. So what's bad in this matchup? Dead Gun's pretty bad, even though they have Worm Coil. Brazen Borrower, that's just better. If you have, like, somehow too many bad cards, Dispute's probably not the worst, but... Okay, I have to go one more. Feels pretty laggy. Let me restart Magic Online real quick. I'll restart after this match. I'll never restart, I'll forget, but... I guess just Brazen Borrower. And that's a blue card. Could also just board out of lands, like Basic Mountain is pretty bad in this matchup. Yeah, maybe I'll just board out Basic Mountain. I'm adding a Boseiju. It's kind of like adding a land. No Force of Vigor. Yeah, you might be right. I'm used to having Flame in my deck. Not sure how often they're going to have 2 artifacts I need to get rid of, so... It's not the best Force of Vigor matchup. It's the list. I'll update. Telling you, it's Lord Beerus list from his last couple of prelims. Just wanted to see how it felt. Alright, not exactly what dreams are made of. They're shown the draw. Is that one of my best mug? Purple, nice. One of my worst mugs. I have 2 mugs I like, yours, and I have another one I like. Did Punant hit a Karn? We're talking about last game. They're like, forgot about a Bonecrusher, and I told them I had ice anyways if they had Oblivion Stone, and they were like, oh, I had Ulamog, and I'm like, well, I could just float mana, play Ulamog Resolve, tap it. Alright, minor detail, I have Bloodman in my deck after sideboards. Good fetching by me. Which land did I have? Breeding Pool? Well, I guess it's kind of tricky. I do need red mana. I'm playing Rhino. Yeah, I'm playing Rhinos. I'm not in love with the deck choice, but I think it's fine. Merci, Alberto. This list seems a bit insane. I don't know, maybe people have been overdoing it with the flame thing. I really like the multi-mode flames after sideboard. I feel like it's been good for me, but alright, I don't think I can really afford dub subtlety this game. I've been pretty happy with 22 lands plus the 4 Lorien. I could see playing a second Bonecrusher. The rings deck do add up a bit. Rough. Between Tron, Coffers, little Omnath, little blue-white control was ring. Alright, still not the absolute end of the world, but it is getting kind of bad. Alice. Chalice. Prison would have been kind of nice here. Just bounce the Chalice. Really, because I'm stuck on 2 lands, it's like... 0 Lorien? No, it's probably Stream Decker that's bugged. There's Lorien revealed. That's the play here. Probably say go with Tidebinder, right? Actually. I don't think I want to Blood Moon. Tidebinder is good against the One Ring. It's good to have another Karn. Probably say go. Hey, Macy, what's up? I don't know why sometimes it messes up. It went from 10 mana to 11. Surely I got this. Ulamog countering the Ulamog trigger, easy. I only have to deal with a 10-10 indestructible. Well, in hindsight, I should have played Blood Moon. I'm gonna hope they draw right away. This way I counter the draw. Maybe it was a little gamblish to do that. But it worked out. I can kill Karn. I can cast Blood Moon. Even though, depending on their hand, it might just be better to cast a Bonecrusher Giant. Winnable game, I don't know. We'll see about that. Stomping them in response is bad if they have like a card. I guess if they have a card, I can just attack it. Is Bob the dog because the yellowhat is a Bob, not totally unrelated. Why did he get like Wormcoil, Soaring Titan, something along these lines? What do I think of the Anvil Tron deck? I don't have opinions on that deck. Has he played it recently? I've never really seen it in action or played with it or anything. When did he get Sundering Titan? Yeah. Should I scoop? Have the ring going, Sundering Titan to block. I think I can scoop. Gemstone can go, but I think I'm gonna keep one just because I want at least 21 lands. And Force of Vigor. I have Force and Brazen Borrower for Chalice. Maybe it's not enough. What'd you cut though? You do Force of Vigor over Brazen Borrower? Blue card seems important. Kind of depends how many Chalice. Did my opponent tutor? It tutored for Chalice with Karn, right? Probably should have Force of Vigor. Or Dispute, maybe. Maybe Dispute gets good with Blood Moon. I guess Brazen Bar probably gets decent with Blood Moon, too. Maybe I don't need 4 Bonecrusher Giants. It's a full Endurance 4. Lord Beerus, I guess just Living End, and maybe he likes him. I mean, Merc and Living End, I guess. I'm just trying this list because it's pretty different from what I'm playing, and I want to see if maybe I can learn something. Try at least one Force of Vigor. Thing is, if he only has one Chalice and he gets it with Karn, that means that I get to resolve a Rhino before. I don't know if I like this. Maybe just a Dispute. I'll do one Dispute. I'll be a little stubborn and not bring in Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor is also awkward with Blood Moon. Even though you can still pitch it, obviously. They're just gonna go like Chalice from their hand, and I'm gonna wish that Dispute was a Force of Vigor. Alright, these are the scary hands. Scary hands was Rhino. 2 land on the play, no ice. And they kept 7. Probably lose if I miss my first land drop. I mean, I might lose anyways, but almost definitely lose if I miss my first land drop. Okay, they have Tron. A list I'm likely to submit. I do. Probably not this one, but trying to see. Am I gonna submit this list? No, are you listening? Are you in and out? I don't want to stomp them now. I am just trying this list because it's pretty different from what I want to submit, and I'm gonna see if any of it feels good. That's probably GG. Unfortunate. Basically need to draw land for a Blood Moon. And then what? Launch day, use your eyes. There's 56 cards. Surely you can figure out what's missing. No, it's okay. But also use your eyes. That doesn't do anything. You can just... Well, I'm not playing 21 lands. That's decided. Violet Muse, welcome back. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the 14. Wait, did it not float? Okay. I mean, I'm still in a really bad spot. They're just going to be able to beat a Blood Moon, but... Maybe if I draw... I don't even know. A little late to the party, turn 5. Boseiju. Can count on a trigger with Tidebinder. But then I have other problems. 5 cards. I have Agent into Subtlety, but they have 6, 8, let's say 2 for Boseiju. And then they still have 4, 6, 12 mana, so they can cast a Wormcold plus something else. When's that Rhino coming up? Next turn. Alright, I guess I just have to say go. I'm just so unlikely to win. I think I probably win pretty easily if I draw for a land on turn 3. Just gonna get another one. Slow them down a bit. Yeah, just draw another Blood Moon. By the way, Blood Moon versus Magus. We're talking about the Boseiju for Titan, but also true for this matchup. Can I get basic Allen here? Could get punished for it, but maybe if I draw another Subtlety, and then I can hardcast a Subtlety and then pitch one. Or Force. If I draw Force or Subtlety, I might have a shot. Or maybe Tidebinder? Lauren reveal. Is it even worth it to play Shardless Agent? Is it better to hardcast Subtlety? Probably worth it. What are they at? 13? Really bad against Oblivion Stone, but kind of screwed if they have Oblivion Stone. Shral was better versus Ulamog, yeah. Fair. I think Shral was better against a lot of things. Unlikely to matter. I have 2 Bonecrusher in there at 10, I guess. Hey, ciao, Mingu. I see, I don't know how the rest of the stream went, but wasn't the biggest confidence boost that first Murktide list. Did you figure out if you're gonna play Shredder or not? Are you gonna take a little advice? A little advice from the bird? No Shredder. Yeah, I saw your list this morning. Do I like it? Isn't Shredder decent against Scam and decent against Rhinos? And I don't know, it feels like a pretty good card, but seems weird that 0 would be the right number. Isn't the first Shredder like almost always gonna be good? Like they get a little worse in multiples, right? But I have a hard time thinking the first one is bad. It's a serious question, Jacoy. I have not. I've not done testing with maybe I just went. Maybe they just like don't have another ring. Don't have a way to get rid of the ring. My results have not been very good. I went 5-5 in leagues and 1-3 in a prelim. But I do feel like I've been running slightly bad in matchups and draws and this and that. And I don't hate the deck, honestly. But that's Zoo, that domain Zoo matchup does stuff. Works move in 18 months. Why do you have to move so much? It sucks, but the Australian rental market is atrocious. Are you not protected whatsoever? They got a Karn. That's probably good enough. Did they already play a land? Because I exiled a Karn was forced, so they haven't played a land yet. I'm guessing they've played a land. Oh, maybe they haven't played a land. Yeah, they've played Urza's power plants. I think I just win. Haywire Might? So they can Might in their upkeep, gain 2, take 5. Oh man, I need to draw red mana. I'm gonna lose because I got basic talent instead of Steam Vents. Oh, need reds or Footfalls. Are you kidding me? I even thought about getting Steam Vents because of double red and I didn't.
GL for the RC yellowhat arrived, yellowhat arrived, yellowhat arrived.
1 damage.
Not like this.
Thierry, merci beaucoup.
Not like this.
World fight for top 2 and some money, I guess. Merci encore Thierry. Putain, 36 mois, ok, 3 ans. Propre. Merci beaucoup. Wow, what a sick finish. Maybe I need to stomp the Karn so they can't get another ring, because they're only gaining 6. So technically, what the? Oh, we didn't get Karn. Oops. I messed up. I don't think it matters. Pretty likely to have a, like, not a Karn in hand or not a ring at this point. So they gain 6, they go up to 7. Plus 2, 9. They only take 5. Yeah, my hope is that they Karn for something like irrelevant somehow. I'm not sure how, yeah. Alright, GG's. Stirrings. If it scales, you counter. If it stirrings, I don't think you do. Echoing Deeps. That's the land that copies Urza Saga. Almost definitely scales. I think you need to force Arden scales though. Going to force whatever spell they play. Maybe not a welding jar. I probably want to Boseiju Urza Saga right away. I'm not sure that Footfall is going to be very useful for me. Yes, Sigvald, it's a list that Lord Beerus has played past few days. He had good results with it. He went like 7-1 in 2 prelims, so I'm pretty skeptical, but his list probably really good against Scam. Because free Bonecrusher is probably, I don't know about the Brazen Borrower, but maybe it's not meaningfully different. Thank you. Oh, I do have Boseiju. And they've already played a land. And Boseiju on artifacts is not going to be very helpful. They are going to get the 2 counters on Hangerback. But I'm probably going to need Oopsal Rhinos. I'll let them have it. Do you think Tron is in any way good enough for Modern at the moment? I'm cute for the Modern RC in Australia, but it's in March. I don't answer my question, but I'm in denial. I mean, I believe it's has some rough matchups against some of the top decks, right? What should I change about my waste up deck? Hey, big friendly gamer. You probably know more about your waste not deck than, I mean, it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but Mountain, or you probably know about your own waste not deck than I do. Let's see, Mountain, saved a life, could be a race. And I don't have double blue. Probably should get Steam Vents. Hey, that's kind of nice. They got very little value out of scales. They did get the extra land to pump Hanger back, I guess, but yeah, if you want to show your list in between rounds, I'll take a quick look. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to help you. Yeah, I'll get the most bodies in play. Save Outburst to pump. Not sure it's a big secret. Having a Cascade spell when I kept a 7-card hand. Oh, you subscribed too. I was like, first time chatter and you're already subbed. Thanks for the sub, fellow streamer. Alright, that is just game over if it resolves. Hall of Famer for insight. I mean, I can give you maybe if I feel like the list has structural problems, like not enough lands, too many lands, maybe that kind of stuff. But can they go nuts? Can I even attack with Shardless here? Looks like I can probably attack with Shardless. Might end up being a bit of a chump attack, but have I missed the Flame of Anar in my free games? Hard to say. Alright, I'm gonna pass because surely they're gonna pump. Not that it matters that much. I did lose to Tron. And I do feel like I probably would have been better off was my list, but I also just missed my third land drop in the. They had a bunch of like, I think they mulliganed once in free games, and they had pretty solid hands. They had like 2 good hands on the play. Oh, maybe I won the Dire. I won the Dire actually. Yeah, Jaiko, I did Boseiju in my Blood Moon. And I decided to get Basic Island instead of Steam Vents in case I drew another Blood Moon. Which was maybe greedy and, I mean, obviously it cost me the game in hindsight. Now, of course, I forgot to restart Magic Online in between matches. That Gaunt's probably going to be really good. I think I have too much power in play. Well, I have no Rhinos left in my deck, but casting that Outburst might just be more valuable. I mean, can they win? 16, 20 trample? Not close, right? Yeah, like no ways of. I'm just gonna cast it, let them know. They're hellbent. Bouncing the Walker doesn't do much. Just sack it in response to Ravager, and you get the same toughness anyways. Alright, I would bring in Blood Moon in this. I would bring in Magus, like 2 Magus and my Flames in this matchup. But I don't know that I want Blood Moon. I might bring one in. I think I might actually want all the subtleties. Just subtlety on their 2-mana creature can do a lot. Thing with this list. Need to keep in all the borers for Chalice and Void Mirror. Want all the Dead Gons. I guess with this list, the plan is to cut Bonecrusher and leave in all the Force and all the subtleties. Maybe only 3 subtleties. Blood Moon for Saga. Yeah, maybe I said I wanted to bring one in, and I just forgot. Boseiju into Outburst and an Otawara. A blue card to pitch. I mean, the problem is I just don't have that much interaction in this matchup. I think I'm just meant to keep that hand. Guess you just ignore Hangerback Walker for now. Don't want to ram them. Maybe they just don't have a sack outlet and I can bounce it on turn 4. Void Mirror. A surprise. Oh, Welding Jar is nice. You could kind of argue they're making a mistake by attacking there. Is the 1 damage more valuable than the odds of me having Boseiju there? Gotta be close, right? Greetings, Mr. VFDC. Oh no. Welding Jar, 1 turn too late. Might still be enough. They have a full grip. Another hanger back. It's close. I do have Otawara I can use my mana on next turn. But hardcasting Subtlety might push something like these rhinos are going to get a bunch of damage through. And that Subtlety probably will as well. I'm not sure how relevant that Lauren revealed ever is in this game. I can draw into Force of Vigor. That's one card I could draw into, but Force of Vigor is not even that exciting against Welding Jar. One thing that's interesting is that sure I don't have Flames and Magus and a bunch of Tidebinders, but I'm not unhappy with the configuration that I have. Like, I think Force of Negation and Subtleties are, like, pretty decent against them. So, even though I didn't have much to bring in, I don't feel like I also missed. Like, I was happy with my in and out, honestly. I'm gonna keep that Footfalls for Force of Vigor. Alright, big friendly gamer, want to share your deck list? Because I think this one's Jover. Oh, you're playing Chandler and Bowmaster. Oh wow, burning. Alright. Oof. Uh-oh. Ballista, Ravager. Am I just dead? I don't like this. I think I'm just dead, right? Ravager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 14. 1, 4. Only 14 and have 2 cards in hand. Oh, I win. Alright.
Not like this. Not like this.
Is that possible? As the list felt? 2 matches. I never drew Brazen Borrower. Crusher was pretty good for me against Tron. Bonecrusher should have won me the match against Tron. But I messed up a bit. Speaking of messing up, I guess getting Stomping Ground here is not the end of the world, but I was loose. That's super loose. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, it's literally like a waste not deck, but maybe you should just, you know, I feel like maybe you have enough. Have to see the deck in action because you don't even have that many combos with waste knots. If you don't draw Burning Quarry, right? Stomp's pretty much always going to be super good against Scam. That's nothing new though. Torak and Waste Knot's pretty ambitious. Plus he's like a 21 land deck, so he's not going to hit turn 4 lands like all. I think you just pitch here, pitch and pray. I'm not sure I should keep. Maybe I should just keep. Maybe I should just keep Force somehow. I have 2 outbursts anyways, and no blue mana. Oh, they're playing mono black too, right? So they might have like the One Ring or something. Is this Coffers? No, I don't think so. Might be something in between. Might be the Spike mono black scam list. We tested that deck for the PT, and at some point I liked it, but then it was like really bad against Yogg. But maybe just jam a bunch of Curse Totem in it. Alright, since they pushed, I mean, they could still have Damnation, but I'm just gonna hope they don't have Damnation in their deck. I guess I have another Footfalls coming up next turn, so not even that bad if their next turn is Damnation. But maybe that was bad for 1 damage. Yeah, turn 1 Misty. Not the greatest play. Let's attack here. I feel like I'm adding enough to the boards. Yeah, this game should probably be a win. Well, free Brazen, free Bony. Yeah, it's the Lord Beerus way, let's say. Maybe we've just been too fancy. Please feel me. Bonecrusher. I don't even have the Footfalls left. All right. Hopefully. I think it's got to be all upside to do it now. I don't think I'm like. I said they could have another One Ring, but that's a different issue. Not like Brazen does anything against that. Karn explosives. Yeah, I mean they should just be dead. I think. Can't fetch properly. Jarvis. Had Omnath go yesterday. I left. I'm not even sure I saw the end of round 3 against Zoo. Looked close. 4-1. Played kind of poorly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's Solitude turn. I don't know if he did other bad things. It was mostly that Solitude turn. Alright. I don't think I want Blood Moon. I'll do Subtlety. Boseiju. I'll keep one Cavern. Dispute's probably not the worst. Can probably trim Dead Gone. Could do the first Blood Moon. I'll do a Dispute. Deplo. Thank you so much for sharing your Prime gaming with me. Thanks for the 23 months. Appreciate that. Of Flames. I mean, I've been punting in some thoughts. Not sure it's fair to blame the list so far. Blue-red or blue-green. Kind of interesting spots. Is Brazy B gonna be better than Flame this game? Looking extremely unlikely, but you never know. Damn, I love it. All the clings. Love that card. Well, Bloodman looking pretty good this game. Had the all Swamp draw in game 1. Only one right. That should counter the protection part. Need to get some damage through. Yeah, Flame would be great, obviously. Oh, they have it all. Yeah, I mean, I think they could have had Chalice a turn earlier, and then they really would have, like, totally crushed me. OP Sparity there could have countered your Tidebinder with itself. What do you mean? I guess I love it when my opponent just gets to stack the top 12, top 15 cards of their deck. It's so much fun.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt.
Modern just so swingy. Modern just so insanely swingy. It is so clear their deck's just not gonna draw like that every time, but I don't think Flame would have made a difference there because they were able to kill my Tidebinder. Right, I think you could go down to 5 here. Kind of depends on the matchup. They're going down to 5. Would my fellow Rhino players go down to 5 here? Not that hard to have like 3 lands, a Cascade, and an interactive spell, or 2 lands, a Fire Ice, a Cascade. No, I think it's close, honestly. I do have at least pretty good mana. That part's nice. If you're like up against Scam, I wonder if you're even supposed to ice there. It's kind of nice if they just cast their Voidwalker and you just get to kill it right away. They might not be Scam. Oh, Makis. The genius of Makis, Matsukas. Easy keep. Back-to-back coffers. The coffers bracket. And I was 1-1 and it was already the coffers bracket. Alright, that's fine. That's also fine. Coffers is sweet, and I'm sure the build could use old tuning. I mean, Mengu's been at it for a while, and he's still not like super high on the deck. Inquisition of Kozilek. I could have played it because I had 2 dead gone for shield reds. But they're kind of low on a resource, and I don't know. I see now. I wish I had played it, but can't see the future. Maybe they'll have Damnation, and I'll be happy to have Subtlety still. Got a float. Like, there's so much coffers. Dude, the pairings on Magic Online are just random. They're just infinite variants. I mean, sometimes they will be because like Mengu played it, then people see it and want to try it. But I don't even think that's been the case. Unless maybe Mengu played a league this morning. After his Murktide League, I doubt it though. Where are all my Bonecrushers? I think the deck is just really good. It's obviously not really good. Or else people would play it more, because it's been played a lot, and I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by really good. Six mana left. Oh, we should be worried about Karn. Maybe just lose. And I can't let Shield resolve or else they. Unless it's awkward for me. I guess that double Brazen B. They're on the alt 5, and they're about to like beat my ass. Maybe the Copper's deck is broken. Flame would be nice here. Probably be a bit better. Not by a lot though. I really just need to have a Bonecrusher for the turn they play the One Ring. They might draw right away. Guess I'll still do that. They might just like wreck me with a march. If they have another march. You bounce when they draw. I think it's better to do that. If I had another blue card, sure. But I don't have another blue cards. So I can either Subtlety this turn or bounce. Lose. I can't do a ton with my extra turn, but just enough. Kill my Shardless Agent. I think I'll lose. That's impressive for them on the multi 5. Kind of all these random matchups. I feel like having the 4 Tidebinder, 4 Flame is nice. Like creativity, control, coffers, Tron, like all these matchups that are not a ton of the meta. I do feel like it adds up. Oh, good basic. How many Blood Moons did I bring in? Just a 1? That Force of Negation and Subtlety. Mono red NT now, 0. So what 2-mana spells do they have? Besides Voidwalker. Could have Night's Whisper. I'm just gonna tap. If I had a Cascade spell, it might be tricky. It kind of depends on their list. If they have Chalice too. Like if you have a Cascade spell and you know they have Chalice, then you probably just want to not do anything, be able to bounce Chalice into Cascade spell. But then if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have drawn the Outburst, so. Opponent, yeah. My opponents have not stumbled much today. These Brazen Borrowers are not looking like very impressive though. The extra stomps though, maybe. Maybe a second Bonecrusher I'll play. When's the Rhino coming up next turn? What they take? Best card, yeah, it's gotta be Dispute. Unless they have like coffers, land. Then maybe it's Subtlety. Alright, let's flash. Let's flash Brazy B into play. Where's my steam vent? So it's in the yard already? I imagine I had a Tidebinder there for their demolition field. It would just be like game over. Alright, Force of Negation plays. Thank you. Practicing for the RC. You know, one in 12 times it works. Do you really think I would just like play a Brazen Borrower and suspend my Rhino tokens if I didn't have a Force there? I think I'm dumb. Force to have a Force on top of my deck. Little ring insurance, very nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play Brazen Borrowers. Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon. My Salty's just not that great. Nah. What else can I cut? Boseiju is not super good. I'm not that jealous, never mind. Need to keep in all the Boseiju. And I have to keep. I need, I think, on the Brazen because I don't have. Definitely not free white. Oh, Brazy B, yeah. Is Blood Moon not super good? They still function. They need 2 swamps to function. And you're down a card and you're screwing yourself over as well. Also, you don't really want to get your basics with your fetch lands because then you can lose their field of runes. So I think it's kind of awkward. Why Blood Moon instead of Magus? I'm just trying to someone else's list to see, but I don't like the changes so far. I will say, Jose, I got parity and scaled, and just keeping in all the force and subtleties felt like a pretty reasonable plan. Because you force their first hardened skill, their deck is like their creatures are just so much worse. You subtlety a turn to patchwork, can set them back really far behind. Especially if they had like a saga draw. Like if they go like saga, patchwork, and then their draw's kind of all messed up. Didn't feel like atrocious. What did I board out? I basically didn't sideboard against scales, you mean? I just brought in Boseiju, Subtlety, and 2 Force of Vigor. And I think I cut all the Bonecrushers. And I was on the draw. I cut all the Bonecrushers. Maybe I didn't bring in the Force Subtlety. Yeah, I just brought in these 3 cards and I cut the 3 Bonecrushers. Did you just stomp them here? Probably have to, right? My pressure. I don't think you want all the pitch spells. I agree, you want some amount. Well, if you have a bunch of flames and tidebinders and brotherhoods, then it's different, right? You have to cut something. But even in that scenario, I've kind of liked cutting against the list that have 2 Void Mirror, 2 Chalice. I've just been trimming a Footfalls and a couple of Cascade spells. Because you have too many freeze, and these are the freeze that can get stuck in your hands. And then you get to see the other side of the coin. Just typical control decks that don't do broken things right away. You stumble, you lose. I mean, I guess if I miss my third land drop, I'm also not winning. Love it. Cast a Stomp, flashing a Subtlety. Win the game. Oh, I got Manus Fruits. Yeah, but I mean, you know, some modern decks function on 2 lands. Or choosing to play a deck that needs to get to like 4 or 5 mana to function properly. You pay the price sometimes. That's why I'm not a huge fan of like control decks or, you know. Creativity. That's usually creativity fetches or creativity triomes. Pretty good Bloodman matchup. Might be the best Bloodman matchup. Even though they have a few things like able to counter it. Tap their whites. So reprieve. Because Xander's allowed to spell pierce. Reprieve is more annoying. Zero nice. Someone who's desperate. Okay. Probably means they don't have a third land. Maybe you're just supposed to tap. Igranham. You can wait a very long time for me to play Legacy. Once every blue moon. One right down. Crazy Bee or Fire Ice against Creativity. From Brazy Bee. I just need the 2 mana burn spell to finish them off. That was a draw. I wonder what's the play if I don't draw that. Can I beat an Archon? How much damage is that? Like 8 damage, they go down to 8. They get an Archon into play. I sack Shardless. They gain 3. They were camouflaged. Was the non-summoning 6 Rhinos. So they go down to 8, as I say. They go back to 11, and I still have 12 damage. I bounce, so yes, I probably would have played it the same way even if I didn't draw Force, because I can beat 1 Archon. Mangu, do you care? Funny. It's, I don't know, drilling going on somewhere in my building. Yes, you guys can hear it. Still had all these extra points of damage. Alright. Blood Moon. So this is probably less dependent. I'm gonna just trim a Footfalls and 2 agents. And I will trim all the dead guns, even though they can come in handy. And Boar's probably bad, just because it dies to Ren Ping. Fable to Fairy counters, kind of like Endurance in this matchup, kind of. Endurance works well with Subtlety too, because it's actually easier to resolve an Endurance against them. Could do something a little crazy like that. Just board out all the Shardless. Endurance Blood Moon is all weird, for sure. So maybe I shouldn't do Endurance. Let's try the, like, not crazy sideboarding. Depth to Fairy don't like what? They're playing Creativity. You want to keep in Dead Gun in this matchup? I don't know, like, I think Dead Gun's fine in game 1, but just not very... I'm worried that after sideboard the game slowed down a lot and it's not that hard for them to set up Creativity for 2 if you try to play like way too slow of a game. Time to get wrecked by Veil of Summer. I was joking, Conan. Please don't be on my face. Well, I drew all the disputes. Hope they're good. Clearly gonna wish he was all Endurance. What, Snubhorn Sentry back on top again? I guess I'll just go here. Their deck shouldn't be like the most functional without a Ren going. So I really want to make sure I can counter a Ren if they top deck, make sure I can counter a Fable even if they have Spell Pierce backup. Snubhorn? Have you ever heard of Pauper? There's also like a Pauper commander format. Snubhorn's just like... Do you have any? Do you have any on Magic Online? You might be rich. Fake news. Code Detective. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Spell Pierce. Good thing I have disputes in hand. Drilling noise? Yes. There's construction going on in my building. I would say I apologize, but it's really not my fault. Is there a good reason not to go for it? Reprieve? Reprieve is a reason. It's not getting any better. Reprieve is gonna be pretty hard to play. Oh, silence. I mean, you do get to tag their mana by making them keep white, but it's not even reprieve, it's 1 mana silence. Not kind of my kind of humor, Granham. I don't know. I don't want to be a cob, but I feel like you can do better. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not choosing a victim, I'm just curating my chats. Little nudge. Alright, well, that felt pretty good. It's tough for them to play this game if they don't have Ren going. You should probably force Ren almost always in this matchup. Obviously, it's all hand dependent, but we're at 13. Dota. My plan is to start playing Dota again when I retire in like never years. I'm surprised by so few decks play Gemstone Cavern. Yeah. It might be one of the unexplored aspects of modern. Especially after sideboard, having Cavern or sideboards. I'll play the hard 5 Granham. So Brazen Bee was pretty bad. Bonecrusher was pretty good. And I didn't get paired against Scam.